Welcome back to Otterbein, home of the 2019 GBA Otterbein Classic. And we're going to talk 10th, 11th grade division, where we're honored to be joined by Team Knockdown assistant coach Brian Bowles and two of his players, Sharjay Brock, and Casey Humphrey. And first of all, Brian, thanks for joining us. And let the people know out there watching exactly where Team Knockdown is located out of.
Team Knockdown is located out of Central Ohio, the Columbus area, made up of girls from different suburb schools and Columbus Public.
All right, now, Coach, Team Knockdown, originally you wasn't supposed to be in this tournament, but a team dropped out, and when you were kind of contacted, when did you find out, you and your girls, that you would be playing this weekend?
Actually, we got the information Wednesday night, and then we were entered on Thursday. So it was a quick turnaround.
Now, Coach, how tough was it to get as many of your team together in that short a time?
It was a little difficult. We were able to get a couple of other girls from our other division to play with us. So it worked out. Our numbers were down, but we played hard.
Yeah, Coach, you played most of the weekend with 7 girls, today with 6. We'll talk with that with your players here in just a second. But, Coach, give me a couple of things you thought your team did really well this weekend.
I think we did phenomenally well on the defensive end. Ball pressure, had a lot of turnovers that we called that led to easy baskets. And we outside shooting was a little bit better than expected, and team chemistry adding in some players that hadn't played together. So I think that's the areas that we did pretty well at this weekend.
Now, Sharjay, I'll ask you that question. When he talks about team chemistry, when you have some kids together that you haven't played with, playing at this level, how much of a leadership role did you feel you had to step up to?
I feel like I had to step up a lot because first, we were down a couple players, and I knew, the team kind of needed me, and I had to kind of take a little bit of that leadership role. So.
Now, Sharjay, y'all really had to sleep well last night. A lot of people may not know you played the second to last game last night. Then we had a team that couldn't make it, so you turned around and ended up playing a fill-in game, back-to-back games. How tough was that, especially in the second half last night?
I'm not going to lie. It was hard. Legs was killing me. I was a little winded, but, even though we didn't win, I feel like we played as hard as we could.
Oh, you absolutely did. We had a chance to live stream your game, and, yes, the effort was definitely there. Sharjay, what was the most proud thing of the weekend for you is what your teammates did?
I feel like we did really good just playing together, passing the ball, communicating. On the defensive end, we got a lot of steals, caused the team to turnovers, and we just really played together, especially for, a couple new players adding on to the team. I feel like we played really well.
All right. Thank you, Sharjay. Now, Coach, I'll ask you, this is about your 5th tournament or so. What's the biggest areas in improvement that you have seen?
I would say that our defensive effort from our first tournament to now is grown leaps and bounds. Beforehand, we were giving up a lot of points. Now I feel that when we go out there and whoever we play against, we're going to give them ball pressure. We're going to turn them over. It's going to lead to easier baskets for us. So that is the biggest improvement that Team Knockdown has done on the defensive end. And everybody knows if you don't play good defense, you're not going to last in these tournaments long.
Yeah, and now we're joined by Casey Humphrey. And, Casey, I'll ask you, you just lost your last game against the Dragons. You were up at halftime. The second half, you kind of lost it there at the end. How much of that was fatigue with only 6 players, and was there anything you didn't do as well as maybe your team should have?
I think most of it was fatigue because we were tired for the most part. We couldn't, have have the same energy as we had like in the first half. And
well, Casey, let me ask you, what's a couple of things you thought your team did really well this weekend, because y'all played extremely well against some outstanding competition?
I think we shot very well. Like, our shooting accuracy was really good. Our defense was really good. And playing together for the first time, like with other teammates, that was kind of.
All right. Well, thanks. Well, hey, we want to thank Team Knockdown for joining us here on GBA TV. Assistant Coach Brian Bowles and Sharjay Brock and Casey Humphrey. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your school year and the rest of the tournaments that you play in, okay?
All right, thank you.